A little bit of tips and tricks with egg incubation. I didn't even know about this until I started getting into different colored eggs, because when I started all we had was whites and browns. Now we got these copper morans and the dark browns and the greens and the olives and the stuff. So I'll show you kind of some stuff that you wouldn't really think about. When you go to candling your eggs, what you want to do that at day 7, and you can do it again at day 14. You take your egg, stick it on here, and you see if there's a baby inside. These eggs are not fertile. It's just to show you. White eggs, you can see it pretty good. Brown eggs, you can see right through it. So you'll know, in that one there's no baby. When you get into your colored eggs, though, it gets a little harder to see through it. You can see you can't really tell anything with that. Okay. And then with your darker brown eggs, you can't really tell with that either. Now, flipping the light off does help. You can see a little bit better through the copper moran egg than you can, the green eggs, but still it's very hard to tell if you've got veining. It's hard to tell if there's a bird moving. It's just hard to tell. Okay. The green and blue eggs, you still can't tell. It's just, I'm sure incubators with better candlers. These candlers, they just don't go through these dark eggs. I mean, not to the point where you can tell what's going on. I mean, I'll kind of give you a better example. See right through it, having the problems. If you have colored eggs, which most of us that get into this do want to start getting into the different colors, get you a pretty bright little flashlight. A little bright flashlight. It's a little bit brighter than that. It'll make it to where you can kind of see into your egg a lot better. So you can tell now in this one that there is nothing in it. Again, we know this because these these just came out of the coop. You can see the yolk at the top, but you can see it with the flashlight. You just can't see it with the candler. The moran, you can see it better with the flashlight. There's nothing in there. But candler, you can kind of tell with the candler on the morans, but still not good enough to know what's going on. Your light browns and your whites, you can just see right through it. They're easy to tell. That's really the easiest way to go, is just the candle on top of your incubators. Just a little tip if you do want to know, because you do want to know what's going on in your incubator. You don't want there to be no bird in there. You want to know what's going on. So you take out the ones that aren't fertile or the ones that aren't developing. Sometimes they just stop developing. So you definitely want to do that. Otherwise, they could explode. That's disgusting. You just kind of want to know what's going on. This is just a little bit tips and tricks to incubation. Hopefully this helps some of y'all.